Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? I'm going to be showing you guys how to find the stock dips. So you guys, of course, know that in order to make money in the stock market, you need to be buying low, okay? You need to buy low, and you need to sell high, okay? I'm going to show you exactly how you can buy low in the first place, and then how exactly you'll know when to sell high, okay? So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So first, let's go ahead and let's get into the economic and fundamental reasons of why the market even moves up in the first place. So companies list themselves on the market once they get to a certain point, because one, not only does it solidify them, but the creator is then able to use those shares as actual money. Hence, when you hear the term trillionaire, billionaire, etc., a lot of the times those are going to be company holders or people who have a large amount of shares. Okay, and what shares are going to be pretty much giving the general public a chance in order to invest and be a part of the stock's journey. The stock then pays people back with something called dividends. And dividends are going to be monthly, quarterly, or yearly returns that they pay back to people who are invested into the stock, kind of a thank you. So that is why the market goes in an upwards direction. So we need to also understand that market likes to bounce at specific areas, and these specific areas have a name. These areas are going to be called areas of support. Market loves to bounce at areas of support, okay? And what areas of support indicate are going to be these bottom points where we're going to be seeing market bottom out, and we're going to be seeing market burst in an upwards direction within the same exact place. So here within these golden boxes here, we have a support zone. Within these two areas, we also have a support zone. So we could see here closely, and when price decides to come down into these sections and then burst in an upwards direction, that's going to let me know that this was an area of support. Okay, so we want to be looking at old areas on our higher time frames. What our higher time frames are going to be is going to be our weekly, our daily, and then we're going to go down to our 4 hour at the smallest. Those are the 3 time frames you need to trade stocks and stock options. Okay. Then from there, what I like to go ahead and do, get on my weekly. Okay. I like to get a full bird's eye view of absolutely everything I'm looking at. I'll put a line at all-time highs. I'll put a line at the most recent resistance. And then I'll go ahead and I'll put a line at the most recent support as well too, just to go ahead and give me a full understanding of what's happening within the market in the first place. Okay. So I want a full understanding of what's going on within the market and what's going on the chart. Otherwise, you're going to be lost in the sauce. Okay. You're going to be real lost in the sauce. So we can see starting even from all the way over here on our weekly time frame, market put themselves on the stock market 2021, at least this stock did, went up, came up, 2021 hit here, market decided to run all the way down, run back up, create some more resistance here, came down, came back up, created some more resistance, and resistance are going to be these top points where price decides to fall downwards at. Okay, pay attention to these. Then market decides to come down, came out, and it decided to bottom out at this area here. So this is the lowest point here that the stock ever went to, 0.336. And then from there, it started catching its wind. So it started making this low. And then we made a higher low. So market started putting in higher lows. Okay. Higher lows started getting put in. And here's going to be the first example of a dip. So in order to catch this higher low, you would have to look at this zone here to your left and match that up with this zone here to the right. Yes, price went ahead and invalidated it here, but once price got back up and then we came back down to the line, what do? Burst in an upwards direction. Okay, it's too easy. Do not make it difficult. Too many people make it way, way too hard, and it's not that hard. You have to learn to buy the dip. You buy the dip at areas of support. Okay? You buy the dip at areas of support. Areas of support indicate buying areas. Oh, let me turn on some YTB fat. But yeah, areas of support, turn on buying areas, okay? So we want to be waiting for, of course, the market's not going to keep going down to the same 0 point every single time over and over again. What it's going to do is it's going to go ahead and make what's called higher lows. That's how stocks make progression. Okay, we want to be entering in at the higher lows. Check this out too. Okay, you guys are going to see here on the weekly, price decided to create this mini area of support here. And then price decided to come back down and bounce at the same area. It's way too easy. Do not make it hard, okay? Do not make it difficult, all right? Too many people make it way too hard, okay? Do not make it difficult, all right? I need you guys to stay patient, okay? Stay patient. You buy low and you sell high, okay? And market's going to repeatedly do that over and over again. All you have to do is wait for those key areas, okay? Just wait for those key areas to line up. So go ahead and check this out today, right? Also, I want you to check this out here. So over here, market created this area of resistance here to the left. Market then turned that resistance into a new area of support here. Okay, so sometimes that's going to happen. Either market is going to grab an area of support over to the left and might invalidate it and might not bounce in initially. You know, sometimes you'll get a bounce like this. But a lot of times it'll be like this. It'll bounce once. Price will burst through it. Okay. Or it might be like this. Boom. Price might burst through it. Okay. You know what? That's all fine. But then by the time price gets back above it and comes back down, then it'll actually burst here again for real. It's like, you know what? Who said I'm going to fail there? I'm not failing. I'm not giving up. I'm going to go ahead and give it another try. And I'm going straight to the top no matter what. And you have to follow that price action no matter what. Okay, you have to trust that price is going to bounce there again. Okay, and you're either going to see this type of scenario. That's going to be scenario 1 here. Scenario 2, this is an easy scenario. You'll just see price bounce like this. Boom, just one after another. Okay, a lot of the times the best trades aren't going to be just like this, but sometimes it can be like this. Okay, and then you're going to have scenario 3, where resistance gets broken, and then price turns that into support. Okay, don't make it hard at all. You guys can make trading extremely easy. So you're going to have scenario 1, where price creates an area of support to the left here. Okay, price will then decide to invalidate it, not bounce all the way up here, fail through it. But then by the time price gets above it, it'll come back down at the same place it bounced from the first time and try and bounce there again. Very, very common scenario. Next scenario, you're going to have a scenario where price does the double V. Okay, price comes down, bottoms out, bursts in the upwards direction. Price comes down, bottoms out, and bursts in a upwards direction. Okay, do not make it difficult. Too many people make trading, or too many people just don't understand trading and just make it way too difficult. Okay, do not make it hard. Just put in good effort to read and understand the charts. And then we're going to have here, for example, we're going to have this area of resistance that went ahead and turned into an area of support. Okay, and then we have price bursting in an upwards direction here. So do not make it hard, guys. Okay, do not make it difficult. Don't make it hard. Okay, do not make it hard. So next thing here, I'm going to go ahead and mark out the most recent area of resistance, and then I'm going to go ahead and mark out the most recent area of support. Once again, I'm still on my weekly time frame here, and this just gives me a good general consensus of everything that's been going on within the market, and it just gives me a good bird's eye view of everything. Okay, so market topped out here as of recently, and it decided to bottom out here. So we want to be entering at these bottom points. You guys see these bottom points here before market decides to V. Okay, I like to call it the bottom of the V. So the bottom of the V is where you guys are going to be entering at. Okay, you're always going to try and enter at the bottom of the V or as close to it as possible. Okay, your entry is either going to be at the bottom of the V or a little bit above the bottom of the V, kind of where this green line is here. Okay, so say you miss this entry down here underneath this, then what you can go ahead and do is you could still enter up here. You would just have a stop loss under here and then take profit up here. Okay, or you can go take profit up here. That gives us a 1 to 2, and that's going to be a very, very long swing trade here. And we're going to be on a weekly time frame, so this would take us a long time here. But in order to catch a more recent trade, right? I'm going to go ahead and keep this dip marked out here. Okay, I got this dip marked out. I like this a lot. And the cool thing about this too, there's also going to be some resistance over here to the left as well too. Okay, so we got some resistance over here to the left. We got support, and then we got support. So cool. Let me go ahead and get on my daily here. So I'm going to see things just a little closer. I can see the resistance zone here on my daily. Okay, this one's going to be a little closer. A lot of time you could just play the resistance zone in your face, but support, you're going to have to look over to your left of the chart and then come over to the right. So what I like to do is look at the dotted line, because that's going to tell me where current price is at. I'm going to look right below current price at the next heaviest area of resistance. Okay, so price recently decided to go ahead. Oh, okay, I definitely see it already. Boom. Let me put the line here. So check out this recent area of resistance right here. Okay, this did not just happen for no reason. So at this recent area of resistance, I'm just going to put this on my daily here. So I'm going to go from my daily to my 4 hour. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is actually pull down my 4 hour. And I'm going to turn on electronic trading hours here. Make sure on the bottom right, you guys have on extended or electronic trading hours. Okay, they're going to be the same thing. Make sure you guys keep that on. Okay, cool. So now that we go ahead and have all this situated here, next thing that we're going to go ahead and do, right, okay, is we're going to go ahead and look to the left here. Boom. So on the 4 hour, we see price coming in contact with the same area of support. And then we have some bullish price action. We're going to have price bouncing and bursting within an upwards direction. Okay. It's going to be too easy, guys. You guys have to just understand that what's going to pay you in this market is going to be patience. Okay. I like to call it patience. Patience. Okay. P-A-Y. Patience. You guys want to get paid, you have to be patient. Okay. Especially when it comes to the market. It's not business where you can brute force your way to just a certain income. You do have to take your time, wait for the market to set itself up, and wait for the market to give you the proper trades. Okay, so now I can see this line here. This black line is going to be the zone where price just bounced at previously. Okay, so price bounced at this orange section here at the bottom because of this area of support here. And then price came down, bounced at the same area of support here as well too. Okay, super duper easy. So then from there, price decided to come up, bounce at these two areas of support. Okay, cool. We're getting some more data, getting some more info. So see, okay, price fell all the way down to here, hunted it. Now, if I wanted to look for the next level, this honestly, I think is it. Okay, I want you guys to look here. Okay, price also had some support here, so this whole zone was just deep. Gave it some bullish price action there. Something really tells me the next zone is going to be here. I want you guys to look at this wick here. Look at this wick here. Okay, so I really think this black line area is going to be really, really important here. Okay, so I'm just looking for key areas of support. See this wick right here? Easy. So yeah, it starts getting to the point where you just have Sharingan. You're going to be able to absolutely see everything quickly and fast. And then we also are going to have this area of support that was just generated kind of recently here too. So honestly, I really think this is going to be the next level. So it's going to be a little hard to see. But I do just love all the repeat formations here, especially here. Price wicked down, came above it, and then wicked up off of this black line here. Sent this up here. There's a lot of volume on this black line. And if you guys are struggling with seeing the right zone, make sure you guys book a call with StackMode.net. Okay, book a call at StackMode.net. I got you. Price was even all the way down here, came up, wicked right off of the black line, bursted up. Okay, this black line has a lot of volume here, has a lot of answers here. So I'm going to wait for price to come back down here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I can clear my alerts. Okay, make sure I have enough left over. I can put my alerts down. And what you're going to do is you're going to be waiting for a pull back. Okay, so price already fell all the way down here. Cool. Now I think price needs to come back down here and give us another pullback. Okay, you guys need to be waiting for pullbacks. That's going to be how you trade the market. Okay, don't make it difficult. Okay, don't buy market when it's already going up either. Wait for it to come down. Please wait for market to come down. Wait for it to come down, buy it again, and then take it back up. That's going to be it. Stay prayerful to God. Keep grinding. Head over to StackMode.net. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.